All right, so if you're watching this video, that means that you've already done our resistance band warm-up or body weight warm-up if you prefer, and you're moving on to our weight station training. The first thing I want to discuss is reps and sets. I typically recommend starting with 3 sets of about 8 to 12 reps each. If by the third set you can't get to 8, the weight that you're using is probably too heavy. You should back it off a little bit. If you can get to 12 reps on the third set, it's probably too light. You can increase it next time just a little bit. Make sure that your increases aren't jumping 10 pounds. You probably only want to add 2.5, maybe 5 pounds for a weight jump. If you're doing this at home and you don't have any kind of weights, last year we learned that a full wine bottle is about 3 pounds and a full 4-liter jug of milk is about 5 pounds. So you have those at home and you can add some weight if you have those around. So our first weight station is going to be bird dogs. So this is going to work that lower back and a little bit of core. So I'm going to start by getting down on my hands and knees. I'm in a nice square position. I don't want my hips to be out this way. I want everything to be at 90-degree angles. And then you're just going to lift opposite arm, opposite leg, alternating between each side, keeping my back nice and level, and I'm not trying to dip and do some weird stuff this way. I'm also not kicking my foot super high. I'm just keeping it at about the same level as my back, maybe slightly higher. So you can do those 3 sets of 10 with each leg if you're able to. If you feel any kind of pain, please stop doing the exercise. Soreness is okay, but I don't want to cause anybody any pain. So if you feel that kind of shooting of the pain, just disregard the exercise. I will try to make adaptations for you guys based on some of the problems that we've found in the past, but if it's not working for you, it's not working for you. So the next one, we'll do is a torso twist. So you can grab your weight. You're going to hold it with your arms pretty much locked in front of you, keeping maybe a slight bend in that elbow, and you're going to twist at your hips and rotate your torso. We don't want to be swinging our hips all the way around using our lower body. This is to work the sides here, kind of similar to that rowing motion, except we're adding just a little bit more of a twist. Just like this. So 3 sets of 10 with that one. Once you're done that, we'll move on to some bent over rows. So this is very similar to what we did with the resistance band. We're just adding a little bit more weight here. So we'll be bent over nice and flat, and then we're just gonna pull these weights up to our armpits, trying to touch our elbows behind our back. Notice from the side, I'm not hunched over like this. I've got my back set and I'm pulling up to about my armpit. Once you're done 3 sets of 10 of that, we're gonna go straight out to the side in a lateral raise. So it's just straight up, straight down. Keep a slight bend in your elbows so that you're not hyperextending that joint, and we're staying in control. If you ever get to the end of an exercise and you really want to finish that last rep, I would much rather it look like this, if that's all that's left in the tank, as opposed to flailing and trying to finish it and then hurting our shoulders or our knees or whatever it happens to be. So just straight up and straight down. My palms are facing down to the ground if you can't see that. Perfect. So one of our stations, and I don't have a step out here, but one of our stations was weighted step ups. So if you have some steps on your deck, in your house, whatever it happens to be, you're gonna go to your stairs, and then you're just gonna hold the weights, whatever's comfortable for you, whether it's down here or in the center of your body, and you're just gonna step up and follow and step back down. Lead with the same leg 10 times in a row and step down, And then once you've done the 10, switch to the leading with the other leg, step up and back down, step up and back down. So 10 with each leg times 3 sets. Our last exercise for week 1 is a seated one, so I had to flip the camera around. So you can start in any kind of chair, just make sure that you've got a little bit of room to move in it. And you just need 1 weight for this one. You can use 2, whatever you want, but you only need 1. And all you're gonna do is lift it straight up above your head and then bend down, touch between your legs. Straight up. If you wanna make this harder, legs straight out, touch our toes, and back. You should feel this in your core, but it should be supported enough that it shouldn't cause any pain. Sometimes there's been a lot of abdominal problems and reconstructions and things in this group. So if you do have problems with this, feel free to let me know. But we didn't run into any with the group that we had in person, so I think you guys should be okay with this one. There's a lot of different muscle groups working, so it should be okay. But like I said, if you run into any problems, feel free to shoot me a message and let me know, hey, that totally did not work for me. All right, now you're done your group stations. So you can hop onto the cool down if you'd like. If you don't feel like stretching out, you can go for a 5-minute walk, cool down, whatever works best for your schedule.